My name's Daniel Kanu, striker, play for Charlton Athletic and Sierra Leone. I first started playing football in school. Yeah, I started playing for my school and that was going really well. I then started playing district football, so I started representing Dartford, playing against various districts and boroughs across London and Kent. And through that, I ended up getting scouted for Dartford at first, which is quite a funny story really. Being from Dartford, obviously I was really excited to be scouted for Dartford, and I ended up getting released from Dartford I think a week into my trial, so yeah, it didn't last long at all. And then a week later, on the first proper match day that we had for Dartford District, I got scouted for Charlton. I ended up signing 6 weeks later, and then yeah, from there I just continued to push on. Before I started playing football, my dad every Saturday would take me and my sister to to the park. We'd do just a little bit of exercise, to be fair. My dad just wanted us to be out of the house instead of playing on the Nintendo Wii. So that's the first exposure I got to physical activity in general. He just dragged us out whether we liked it or not. We'd kick a ball about, we'd ride our bikes, and then we'd go play on the swings afterwards. So there wasn't really anything like specific we were training for. He just wanted us out of the house and just doing something different to what we usually would do. I think my love of football definitely came from my dad. He's in terms of actually like doing it in my spare time, he's the one that really drove me to do it. I used to train a lot at Dartford Heath. I'm sure if people that live locally, they might see me there every now and then taking shots. So yeah, I still do that to this day, because although like even though I've like progressed a lot, especially since that young age of 11, I still have so much more to learn. It's still a long journey to go, so I just want to continue improving. So yeah, if you do see someone shooting up there, it's probably me. My family mean everything to me, and I really do sincerely mean that. The amount of trips they've done over the course of my career, it's insane. For example, we played Blackpool not too long ago. Both my parents came to Blackpool to watch me play, and I didn't even start the game. I came on as a sub, and it's just little things like that may seem little to like other people, but it means the world to me. My brother and my sister as well, where they come to watch games on their Saturdays. It's not my Saturdays, it's their Saturdays, and they still come and watch me for my home games, and it means a lot to me, my family. The times where my mum used to rush home from work just to pick me up and take me to training, and my dad doing the same also, and just so many things, and having to juggle all of the expectations as a footballer, going to training on time, going to matches on time, going to gym and all of that stuff, while having 2 other kids to take care of as well. It's really, really hard, but my parents made it look really, really easy. A lot more easier than how it should have been, but they made it happen, and I'm eternally grateful to them. I don't think I will ever be able to repay them. Growing up alongside the likes of Nathan and Koroy and being able to play with them on the pitch for the first team is the best feeling ever. And a lot of credit goes to our parents and also the academy for bringing us up right and training us in the right way. But it's always something special, like being able to share the pitch with players that you've been able to play with throughout your entire career leading up until this point. So yeah, it's something I always take a lot of pride in, because it shows that there's a really good pathway at the club, and also that our parents and the staff and the academy staff in general, they've all done their job really well, and they've all helped us reach this point. Both of my parents are Sierra Leoneans, so when I was called up, the word got around really, really quickly, and I had a lot of aunts and uncles calling me, congratulating me. So yeah, it was just a really, really proud moment, and something that I'll remember for a very long time, because I had a lot of aunts and uncles I hadn't spoken to in a very long time that I was able to speak to for the first time when they found out that I was called up for Sierra Leone. So it was a massive moment, and I think for my parents especially, because they both had tough backgrounds coming from Sierra Leone and then migrating from Sierra Leone to then come to the UK. So for them it was a nice full circle moment, because they also got to come to the games as well in Liberia and Morocco, which was really, really nice. And yeah, it was just it's hard to put into words. It's something that was planned, and when I say planned, I had been looking to play for Sierra Leone in previous months, but they had said to me that they want me to play more games. So it was almost coincidental that same week they'd asked me to play more games, that I went out on loan to Southend. And the experience at Southend I had was immense. For everything that you see right now on the pitch with Charlton, it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for my loan at Southend. I learned so much about myself and about what I could do on the pitch and what will help me reach the top. And I think that was the most important thing about my loan, was just helping me realise what I could do and how I could do it, and just recognising my own strengths and my own weaknesses and utilising my strengths to its maximal, really. In the National League, you're playing for mortgages, really. Like people's livelihoods on the line, so it's a really tough place to go. I think I went to the right place in Southend. They welcomed me really well, and I think it's evident in the performance that I had against Solihull Moors, where I scored 4 goals in one game. That is by far maybe not my proudest moment. I'd say making my debut is my proudest moment, but just the best day of my career so far. I think my most memorable moment from international GT, unsurprisingly, where it came against Egypt when I played against Mohamed Salah. He is by far the best player I've ever been on the same pitch as. Like, everything he did was just top class. Everything about him was top class. Just being able to be on the same pitch as him, making my international debut as well, which was probably the main takeaway, but may have been clouded by me being in awe of Mohamed Salah. But yeah, it was an amazing experience, and just being able to do that in front of my family, watching around the world. I had my cousin and my uncle watching in America, which was really nice. And yeah, it was just an amazing moment altogether, playing against one of the world's, if not the world's best player at the time, and making my international debut all in one. Like, you can't ask for anything more than that. I think my biggest takeaway from being at Charlton for such a long time is that the person is more important than the player. Something that every coach has always instilled in me is that, first of all, you need to be a good person. You need to always greet people nicely and just come across nicely as well, because it goes a lot further than what a lot of people think. And I've definitely taken that under my wing and really tried to push forward with that, because I think it's very important. I think that's actually helped me a lot in terms of when I first started playing with the first team at the age of 17, 18. I needed to put myself across as a person that's like easy to talk to. I didn't want to come across as one of those like stubborn 17-year-olds, you know, the so-called star boys that can't be told like, oh, that you need to improve on that. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to be someone that you could easily talk to, and someone that you could tell wanted to learn more and knew that although they're doing well, they still have a long way to go.